Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a beautiful day to dive headfirst into the absolute madness unfolding in Port Charles. We have an incredible amount of ground to cover regarding the latest shocking developments, so let us jump right into the heart of the drama without a single second of delay. I have to tell you, my jaw is still resting firmly on the floor after witnessing the sheer, unadulterated chaos surrounding Ethan Lovett. If you thought this man could just waltz into town and live a quiet life, you clearly have not been paying attention to the legacy of his family. I am pacing around my living room, just thinking about the absolute desperation we just witnessed. When I saw Ethan standing there, the flickering flames of that lighter reflecting in his terrified eyes as he set fire to the photograph of Delilah Wilson, my heart completely stopped. This was not just a man destroying a piece of glossy paper. This was a man frantically, desperately trying to incinerate his own dark history. You could see the raw, unfiltered panic in his posture. He is completely terrified, and he is trying to sever every single tie to that woman before the ghosts of his past drag him straight down to hell. But let us be brutally honest here, you cannot just burn away your sins in Port Charles. The situation with Delilah is clearly just the tip of a massive, terrifying iceberg. Ethan and Delilah have tangled themselves up in a web so dark and so dangerous that Ethan is practically out of his mind with worry. And who is at the center of this impending storm? Little baby Phoebe. Ethan is absolutely convinced that this dark history poses a lethal, catastrophic risk to that innocent child. The sheer panic driving his actions is palpable. I have watched Ethan pull off some wild grifts in his day, but this is not a con. This is pure, unadulterated survival instinct kicking in, and he is willing to do absolutely anything to keep that baby off the radar of whatever monster is lurking in the shadows. This brings me to the most mind-blowing deception of the entire summer. Ethan has been lying through his teeth to everyone, actively pushing the narrative that he is not Phoebe's biological father and aggressively demanding a closed adoption. At first, I was scratching my head, wondering why he would push his own flesh and blood away. But now the pieces are falling into place, and it is a terrifying picture. He is not abandoning her. He is building a fortress of lies to protect her. A closed adoption is the ultimate shield. It seals the records. It makes the child disappear from the grid. Ethan is orchestrating a massive cover-up because he knows that if Phoebe's true lineage is exposed, the consequences will be deadly. He is sacrificing his own connection to the child to ensure she survives. It is tragic, it is brilliant, and it is classic soap opera gold. But the absolute most shocking moment, the scene that had me literally screaming at my television screen, was Ethan digging through that cold case evidence box. Are you kidding me? Tampering with police evidence? That is a straight ticket to Pentonville. But Ethan is so desperate that he is risking his own freedom to hunt down DNA evidence regarding a swapped sample. This is where the plot thickens into cement. The results of his frantic search suggest something deeply sinister. Phoebe's real biological father is a hardened criminal. Ethan knows exactly who this man is, and he is terrified. He was looking for proof of the switch to confirm his worst nightmare, and folks, I think he found it. Let us put on our detective hats for a minute and really analyze this. A criminal history tied to an unsolved cold case in Port Charles? The implications are staggering. We are talking about the rich, blood-soaked history of General Hospital here. Could Phoebe's real father be a rogue Cassadine? We all know that family leaves a trail of unsolved mysteries and DNA tampering wherever they go. Or perhaps it is someone tied to the mob underworld, a ruthless syndicate boss who would use a child as a pawn in a heartbeat. If this criminal finds out he has an heir, Port Charles will run red. Ethan is acting as a human shield, throwing himself between this unknown monster and an innocent baby. The psychological weight of carrying this secret must be crushing him alive. And right in the middle of this suffocating paranoia, Ethan finds the most unlikely lifeline, Ava Jerome. I have to say, the chemistry between Maura West and Nathan Dean is absolutely crackling right now. Out of everyone in town, Ethan gravitates toward the former mob queen. Why? Because Ava understands the dark. She understands what it means to be hunted, what it means to make unforgivable choices to protect the people you love. Their budding romance is not just a summer fling. It is a collision of two wounded, scheming souls who recognize the grifter inside each other. Ethan is exhausted from carrying this massive lie, and in Ava, he sees someone who will not judge him for playing dirty. The vulnerability Ethan showed when he finally broke down and confessed the truth to Ava was an absolute masterclass in acting. I was on the edge of my seat. You could see the walls crumbling around him as he finally admitted the truth about Phoebe's biological father. He practically poured his soul out, handing Ava the most dangerous secret in town. And Ava's reaction? Pure, unadulterated shock. Now, it takes a lot to shock Ava Jerome. This is a woman who has danced with the devil more times than I can count. For her to look that stunned, the name Ethan dropped must be massive. It has to be someone she knows, someone she fears, or someone whose very existence threatens the delicate power balance of Port Charles. But just as these two are finding a moment of solace, just as we think Ethan might actually have an ally to help him navigate this nightmare, the universe pulls the rug out from under them. A ghost from Ethan's past suddenly materializes, crashing right into their budding romance. Who is this person? Is it a henchman sent by the criminal father? Is it Delilah herself, rising from the ashes of that burned photograph to drag Ethan back into the mud? Whoever it is, their arrival shatters Ethan's false sense of security in an instant. The danger is no longer theoretical. It is standing right in front of him, breathing down his neck. This sudden escalation forces Ethan into a corner, and what does a Spencer do when the walls close in? They run. The realization that hits Ethan's face is absolutely heartbreaking. He knows that his mere presence in Port Charles is a beacon drawing danger straight toward Phoebe and Ava. To protect them, he has to become a moving target. He has to flee. It is a devastating twist. Just as he was finding love, just as he was stepping up to be a protector, he is forced to abandon everything and go on the run. The anxiety I feel for him right now is off the charts. He is heading out into the unknown, hunted by a mysterious enemy, with nothing but his wits to keep him alive. But do not think for 1 second that Ava Jerome is just going to sit back and knit while her man is in danger. Ava is stepping up to the plate, and she is doing it in the most Ava way possible. She is ready to help him vanish. She is willing to cover up his confession, hide his tracks, and lie to the authorities to give him a head start. The loyalty she is showing is genuinely touching, but let us not forget who we are dealing with here. Ava is no fool. She has been betrayed by too many men to just blindly trust a fleeing grifter, no matter how much she cares for him. While she is playing the supportive accomplice on the surface, you better believe Ava is going to launch her own shadow investigation. The spoilers are practically screaming it. She is going to take the pieces of the puzzle Ethan left behind, the DNA claims, the cold case evidence, the identity of the criminal father, and she is going to verify every single word. Ava is going to dig into that unsolved case herself. She is going to want to know exactly what kind of monster she is protecting Ethan from, and more importantly, how that monster might threaten her own empire. The mess Ethan is leaving behind is nothing short of a ticking time bomb, and he has dropped it right into Ava's lap. She is now the sole keeper of the most dangerous secret in Port Charles. If the mysterious enemy hunting Ethan realizes that Ava knows the truth about Phoebe, she is going to be in the crosshairs next. The anticipation for how this is going to play out over the summer is literally keeping me awake at night. Who is this enemy? Are they going to tear Port Charles apart looking for Ethan? And when Ava finally uncovers the undeniable proof of who Phoebe's father really is, what on earth is she going to do with that information? I am telling you folks, this storyline is firing on all cylinders. It has everything that makes General Hospital the greatest show on television. Deep-rooted secrets, shocking betrayals, high-stakes danger, and complex characters making impossible choices. Ethan's departure is not an ending. It is the catalyst for an explosive chain reaction that is going to rock this town to its very core. We are about to see Ava Jerome go to war. We are about to see a hidden criminal empire exposed, and we are about to see just how far a man will go to protect an innocent child from the sins of the past. Buckle up, because it is going to be a wild, bumpy, and absolutely thrilling ride, and I cannot wait to analyze every single second of it with all of you.